on staff from day one, they can help work out the foundation of a good story right from the start and solve narrative problems before they happen. This way, they can spend that saved time focusing on details like characterization and dialogue rather than solving the huge narrative mess you left for them. Then, once developers have got their writers on staff, they need to rework their development pipeline to give the writer some room to work. This means A, no more non-writers writing the story, and B, allotting time to test the story and refine it once it's in the game. The more room the writer has to work, the better. Of course, none of this hard work on the developer's part will make any difference if publishers refuse to touch their project. And for that to change, well-written games will have to start selling, and well, that's where we hit a snag of our own, because we can't reasonably expect publishers to throw their money at a risky venture just because we ask them to, so the only way to bring them on board is if well-written games start selling well. Now, this has actually happened. For instance, the acclaimed sci-fi shooter Half-Life 2, or the ultra-violent Greek mythology adventure God of War, or the 1950s undersea Ayn Rand-inspired shooter BioShock. All of these featured excellent writing, and all of them sold well. These successes are a good sign for the future, but publishers are going to have to see a lot more of this before they start taking more chances. Really, I'm afraid the only way these games are going to start selling reliably is for more consumers to show their support through their wallets, which is unfortunate because that has not been a reliable trend so far. You see, we gamers are starved for writing in games, so every time we're thrown a bone with a few scraps on it, we treat it like steak. If we want our hobby to develop as a medium for storytelling, we're going to have to stop praising games that are simply a step in the right direction and start looking for real quality and emotional impact. Now, if consumers do decide they want their games to improve and spend their money accordingly, publishers will see good writing pay off, and developers will be allowed to explore new creative opportunities that were impossible before. One can hope, anyway. So my voice is tired, and I'm sure most of you are doodling in your sketchbooks or wishing you'd brought your sketchbooks by now, so let's wrap this whole thing up with a review. Games have come a long way and have the potential to go much further. Snags have been encountered, but as we've seen, they can be overcome. Developers and writers need to keep working to marry their crafts and crank out quality products, and consumers need to support these products if they want to see more. Video games are strictly a commercial art, at least they are for now, and that means that the future of games ultimately lies in the hands of the consumer, for better or for worse. So I guess all we can really do is keep our fingers crossed and enjoy the ride.
Yeah! What's up, y'all? Hip-hop, RSS, let's get it in, man, because there's a lot of crazy things going on. Now, the first thing I want to talk about in this hip-hop is P.Diddy. How the hell you gonna go 106 in Park, right? You got hundreds of millions of dollars, you know, and like rip people off. You go to Puff Daddy is on 106 in Park, and I get a $20,000 ring. I get flies into the crowd or whatever, and he's like patting, like, you know, having people pat the crowd down and this and that, this and that. As much money as you got, you could have easily been like, yo, whoever finds this, I'm gonna give them $2,000 right now. Whoever finds it for me, or something like that. You know what I mean? That's one. Two, if it has sentimental value to it, then I can understand. I can understand that. You know, but at the same time, holding them hostage, making them feel like criminals when they came to support? Get the hell out of here, dog. That's just, yo, that's fugazi right there. You wildin', yo. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's not real at all. Considering, what is $20,000 to this dude? You know what I'm saying? That's less than a quarter compared to this dude. And he's like wilding out over that. That thing better have sentimental value or something, because if not, that's just sad. My man 50 Cent, Jay-Z, I mean, they could go to concerts and just let money rain. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could, come on, you could throw, Young Buck even threw off a chain and just, yeah, 10,000, 20,000, here, take it. Come on, man. Come on, Puff. You're like one of the top 5 in Forbes. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? That's just how I felt about the whole situation. Now, speaking of Young Buck, this is pretty interesting right here. My man Young Buck called up DJ Who Kid, you know, for a happy birthday and everything. But I want to ask you guys something. You know, do you guys think that was like a cop out move, like a plea? The reason why is because we all know Young Buck's situation right now in hip hop. He has no situation. He's not out there. He's putting his little mixtapes out there, you know, and doing his thing. But looking at where he was at, rolling with G-Unit, and where he is now, it's like night and day. You see what I'm saying? And for him to call DJ Who Kid, I mean, I respect that. That's cool. Call him, say happy birthday or whatever. That's cool right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm no disrespect or nothing like that. But I will say this. You know, it's one thing if you make a mistake and you apologize as a man and you leave it at that. But then there's another thing when you make a mistake and then try to diss 50 after he done exposed you because you was being an asshole, and then later on you think that they forgot about it or something, and then you gonna call the DJ. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, at the end of the day, you know, that to me, I think that's soft right there. Because if you cool with DJ Who Kid, that's cool. But DJ Who Kid is on 50 Cent's side, on G Unit's side. So at the end of the day, who you think he gonna roll with? Young Buck or 50? Like, you know what I mean? You already know what he's gonna do. You know what side he's on. And after you put, that's like the game trying to be cool with 50 after all the things that game done said and done. It's like, don't even call my radio station. You see what I'm saying? It's like, don't even do that. So the fact that he did that indirectly seems like he was trying to market himself. The reason why is because he mentioned the music that he's doing. Even though DJ Who Kid asked the question and everything, he started talking about everything that he's doing and this and that and this and that. That's free promotion right there off of your so-called enemies' jump off. You see what I'm saying? So to me, I felt that that was like a bitch move in a way. But at the same time, you gotta do what you gotta do. Much love and respect to my man DJ Who Kid and the whole G Unit. I got love for them. They mad cool. And I just had to put that out there like that. And just to let you guys know, in terms of, you know, what Young Buck did, there's no hate towards what he did in my opinion. But what I feel like is, if you're gonna be disrespectful to someone that helped you out, don't try to change it up later unless you mean it sincerely. Because truthfully, you know, if that was me, like calling or whatever, you know, I would try to rectify all my problems with everyone before I try to slightly indirect promote myself. Even if I was given the opportunity, certain things shouldn't even feel right in your heart to do because of what you did that was wrong. That's just my take on it. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, that's a wrap for the Hip Hop RSS. But before we go, I want to mention something. Joel Ortiz is one of the best rappers out there. You know what I'm saying? One of the best rappers out there. But I want to know what you guys think about what I'm going to say. I feel that Joel Ortiz should not be a part of Slaughterhouse. I feel that Joel would be better by itself. Not to say that Slaughterhouse is garbage, but I will say this. Joel is at a level where if everything that he do is surrounded with them, may actually hold him back for his own personal projects. You see what I'm saying? And I know it's like, how can that happen? How do you know this? No, I'm going to tell you this. When you put yourself out there as a group and you dropping albums as a group and everything, there's some sort of, you know, honor and respect and loyalty that you got to have for the group. But at the same time, that little honor, loyalty, respect can interfere with certain projects you want to do. Why? Because if you get an opportunity for yourself and you want to branch off and do something, other people in the group may get mad. Why? Because they see you moving up and you're not really bringing them along, because who's ever helping you just want to help you and not them. And that could cause a lot of conflict. Now it's different with a group like D Block because they boys. They came in it together, they boys. The respect is there. Slaughterhouse was just formed.